Hey, hi again. Um, in my last video that maybe you probably haven't seen because I still don't have many views, I explained that I think that the main problem that I have with the game currently is that uh, the skill tree is non-deterministic, and what happens is that you start with skills. Then you develop your character and you find out that the build is not good. You can't improve it, you can't change it, besides using, like you see here, for instance, these aspects that you obtain, and then after like 10 minutes you find something better and it involves a different skill, so you want to change the skill because you want to improve. So I talked about it in the last video, but that was, just a serious, like, long-term overhaul that I think the game needs, and I think the game will be getting, maybe hopefully in the next expansion, or I think they're gonna have a problem with sales, this and end game things and other like that. I do, however, have an issue that it's driving me crazy. This issue is perfectly fine in other Diablo games and is perfectly not an issue in Path of Exile game. Maybe in Path of Exile it's even the opposite way around, which I don't want to talk about because you will understand automatically if you're playing Path of Exile, and if you're not, then you will hopefully understand it anyway. And what I mean is the weapon speed and the movement speed. The weapon speed, like you can see now in my character, is 1, which means like the basic attack speed, which is glaive, 1 attack per second, blah blah blah, and damage per second, which is okay. Movement speed, um, yeah, so I have 107%, which means I move at a 7% higher speed than I started with when I was level 1. So what are the two issues regarding these speeds? First of all, as you can see, because I'm showing you my Spiritborn right now, is that there is no indication in the stat table showing that I have multiple skills that trigger all the time. Skills, passives, item aspects, seasonal powers. I don't know, even such a mess. I have many, many things that add to my movement speed and to my attack speed. For instance, I have many, many stacks of ferocity, which is, for people that don't play the expansion, it's a trait that the Spiritborn has that can accumulate, and it just improves your attack speed as long as you have it. You can stack it, and the movement speed, I do have some kind of things that the movement speed increases when I do something. For instance, when I use Soar, after Soar, I get 50% increased movement speed for 30 seconds, which is great. It works fine for me for now, but I'm not aware of it when I look at this table. So I am aware of it because I play the character all the time. But if I leave it for 2 weeks and I go back, I have no idea. If I look at this, I have no indication of whatever is going on. Okay, so that's the first thing. That's the ability to know what is the actual gameplay speeds that you have. The second one, that is maybe more crucial to me at least, is this. I think the game starts at a very good pace of movement and attack speed. You play, you feel everything, you hit someone, you hit a monster, you feel the hit, and you're a little bit too slow. It's frustrating, and you want to improve the movement and attack speed, which is okay. Frustration is good in ARPGs because uh, this is my speed. It's good because first of all, it makes me wanna use the horse, and second of all, in ARPGs you improve as long as you play. The more you play, the more you improve. So look at my attack speed. Okay. Now I got 3 ferocity. You can see it down here, and my attack speed has improved. Okay, so this is basically I'm a little bit faster in both of them than I started with. Maybe attack speed is a lot higher, even if I stats and materials. Maybe I still have it. No, it went back to 1. During the gameplay, you can see it, but it's closed, so whatever. Anyway, so I think you start at a good pace. It starts slow, which is good, and then you start to improve. When improving, at least for movement speed, you have a max limit of 200% movement speed, which is twice as much as the minimum, and maybe for attack speed you have the same, I don't remember, but that's so much, and it's so easy to obtain, and it's so useful. Having a high attack speed basically multiplies your damage, right? So because if I hit twice, I do 2 times damage than if I would hit once. So you start accumulating attack speed and movement speed, which is completely fine. It's great, but there's no satisfaction of obtaining these changes. I said I won't talk about Path of Exile, but there's one thing that I want to talk about, for example, to understand how I think this should improve. In Path of Exile, you start walking very slowly, and from the get-go, if you go to the vendor, which is completely irrelevant in Diablo 4, you go to the vendor, you can find quite easily boots that are sometimes not with good stats, but they do have movement speed bonus, and you will definitely buy them. You know, it's not even a choice. You need them. But you get 5, 10, 15, 20 movement speed bonus, and that's about it. You can't, in most of the characters, at least I played 2 or 3 of them, you can't obtain movement speed from wherever you want, which makes the movement speed so crucial. And by the way, makes the attack or spell casting speed or whatever very crucial. Here in Diablo, I'm in the beginning of the game, but when I reach Paragon 200, whatever, with my level 60 character, the attack speed and the movement speed are gonna be so fast that first of all, I won't be able to keep up anything. And second of all, it's not fun because it's such a mess. You don't even know what you're doing. This skill and this bonus and this passive and this, you you can't grasp whatever is going on, and it feels very um, automatic, spontaneous, random. Doesn't feel like you have control of what you're choosing, of what you're doing, of changes that you're doing in the character. So this is it. This is something that I think really needs an improvement, and actually it's really maybe like a day of work. Okay, I'm not a software guy. I work in different fields. I'm a physicist actually, but I do know because I use code sometimes that if you want to limit attack and movement speed, it's just changing a parameter. And if you want to uh, change the spectrum of improvements, instead of, for instance, having a unique item giving you 30% attack speed, which is, I'm not dreaming here, it's actually, I don't remember which item, but I used to have an item adding 30% attack speed. You can just decrease it, you know, multiply everything by 1/2, make it smaller, and then problem solved. This is what I think. This is my opinion. I'd love to hear your opinion. And if you think that lowering attack and movement speed is going to make you weaker, then okay. So add the damage modifiers or make monsters less strong, like they did in the basic skill overhaul on season 9, which I already said like 100 times that I really love. I love it. So they can change it from season to season. They can change it. It's going to be amazing. It's going to create the feeling of a slow pace, action RPG in a very dark environment, whatever, and not like tuck, 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 like we have. Yeah, for all skills. That's what we have for all skills, not just for frenzy or whatever. Okay, so thank you. And if you like the video, please like, subscribe. I'm gonna be creating many more. Bye.